everyone! So today I'm going to be showing you how to do the front pocket on the Knotted Threads Gaia crossbody. So I keep this pretty simple as far as like what's on the inside of it. You could do like card slots or anything like that. I don't use card slots myself, so I don't have them when I'm making modifications. I don't ever want to add a card slot. So what I do recommend is if you want to put something in here, go ahead. I will share with you all of the pieces that we need and what pattern pieces I modified and how to go from there. So for this pattern, you generally have two pieces that look like this. So I very clearly altered the front panel. With that, it changes the measurements for the front panel. Obviously, I ended up having to make my front panel about 1/4 of an inch wider just to accommodate the fact that you do stitch the portion that looks like this on, and it kind of shrinks a little. So this is about 1/4 inch on each side, so it's about 1/2 inch wider, but I didn't change the length or anything. It just is 1/2 inch wider from the pattern. That's probably going to give you the best option, or outcome, not option, excuse me. So for my two pattern pieces, I have them made out of, these are actually packing boxes. So, but I will include a link to a Dropbox where I have the digital pattern piece. What this is basically a combination of like 3 different pockets like this, these like 3D pockets. It's a combination of a few of them to get the look that I wanted. So on here you can see pocket, and then it's an 18-inch zipper. I cut mine long. You'll see here it's a really long zipper with zipper pulls already on. I have 2 zipper pulls. You could do 1, you could do 2. It's up to you. So then what you're going to need is 2 pieces of the pocket front. So I have 1 cotton woven lined with woven interfacing. This is just SF 101. And then this here is water resistant canvas. I just picked it because the color was similar and I liked it. We have, what you need is one of the main panel pieces with, mine is a little short, so I left the interfacing the length that it's supposed to be, but that's not going to affect the build at the end. It'll be completely fine. This is just for that spot when you open the pocket. Here, I'll show you. And you have the peak of something. So on this one I did, you can see it's the Haunted Mansion's wallpaper, the Haunted Mansion, and the Haunted Mansion. That's how you get that peak. These, this fabric is from Miss Mac Fabrics. They primarily run off pre-sale. This is not currently available, but the buy-sell trade might have it, but as far as I've seen, it's kind of hard to come by right now. Then this is the piece that'll go over top of it to create that background. And yeah, so I am going to go ahead and show you how I do this. So the first thing that I'm going to do is prep my zipper. I'm going to be using a double-sided tape. This here is I believe this is 1/4 inch double-sided tape. I don't necessarily recommend 1/4 inch double-sided tape because that's the seam allowance. So this is actually going to be put on to this pattern, this piece, so that I can only put it in specific places so that it's not affecting it. So I'm just going to put it in like 3 places. My needles don't normally, and my machine doesn't normally hate double-sided tape. Sometimes I have to change the needle, but generally I don't run into this issue where the double-sided tape is hated. You can see it here. So I just applied it in 3 places. I am going to go ahead and mark the center. It's not going to be necessary for this piece because I have made my zipper incredibly long, and it is zipper by the yard. So my zipper, for those curious, is from Zipper Valley. They ship from extremely close to me, so I get them in like 2 days. which is fantastic. So I'm gonna go ahead. So actually, what I do when I'm working, I'm gonna push this back. What I do when I'm working with zippers, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull these out of the way, the pulls out of the way, and then I'm going to wrap this around. So again, the total zipper length that you will need is 18 inches or longer. I put it pretty close on this edge to the end of the zipper. And I will be using clips, but you can see I don't have such a tail because at the end, if I obviously have too much, I want it to be able to be used. I don't want to waste my zipper tape. So if I could use it for like a pocket or something like that, I will do that. No, you can cut your zipper tape to get these corners to lay better. I don't do that. I don't like doing that. I've had zippers fray and come undone by doing that and like completely just like come out of a pocket and it be incredibly sad, and I don't like that feeling, nor do I like that happening, so I don't tend to do that. What I'm doing now, I'm just clipping all of the edges. You kind of want it to look like a bowl. What you are going to do now, you are just going to sew this on 1/4 to 3/8 in seam allowance, depending upon your preference in your machine. My machine can handle a 3/8 in seam allowance generally, but I tend to actually just go between those two. Okay, so this is what it looks like from that side. It kind of went off the rail over there, but that's fine. A little wonky is okay in my book. This fabric is so freaking absorbable. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put you right back in this, and this needs to be altered a little bit. Now I'm just going to flip this inside out, stretch these corners, and stretch the corners. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the zippers on, and we are ready to go ahead and top stitch. I want to get as close as I can. My top stitching preferred length is probably closer to in between a 16th and an 1/8 generally. So it lengthened my stitch length. then we have this. I ended up with one kind of wonky spot over here on the corner, but this corner is fine, and I'm not really too mad at it. So that is the pocket itself completed. So next we are going to go ahead and move on to attaching this pocket to the main panel piece. So this is the main panel piece. We are going to open our zipper. You could have left your zipper off, it might be easier. So what I like to do, because this is going to be this zipper is like super long, I'm still gonna leave it long just because if I pull the zipper heads off on accident, I want to be able to stick them back on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark this with a pen. So that's my center. We're going to have this right sides together. Usually a mark on the back. I don't know if I did it. Oh, I did. Okay, never mind. Mark on the back. Because that's how you make this pattern piece. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be right sides together. You're going to go like so. So this is what you end up with. Once the stitching for that is done, I have done this where this pocket has been completely crooked, and this is slightly crooked, but I'm okay with it. It's not crooked where it's going like off and, you know, like joining a different brand or something. It's not going anywhere like that. So there's what that looks like. Next is going to be taking this piece. You want to basically tack this down. So you can open these, just put like a clip on the end or tack them. Like, I just clip, don't tug. You're doing this though, because that's how you end up with them being wonky. So I'm going to go ahead and use some double-sided tape and tape this down. You're going to lay it. Pinned whatever the heck you did. You're probably not going to be pinning because it is vinyl or cork or something of that nature, but if for some reason you have pins, go ahead. Clipping is hard because you can't get to where you need to be, so it's either going to be tape or pins. Basically what you want is when you go like this, you should see zipper tape, and it should be a flat zipper tape. Yep, and it, so that's it. I will go ahead and zip this up and show you what it looks like. Ta-da! So there is that. I think this looks adorable. We gotta fix the zipper over here, and it's slightly crooked. Oh, I was like, wait, what? But it's like cut crooked, so that's okay. Yes, so it's adorable. I love it.